for layer generally to get the best out of the genetic performance of potential of any species or a breed. Feed them with good structure. Match feed with full nutritive value is a must. Such nutrition can best be guaranteed by complete feed adapted to performance potential. Feed recommendation concentrate on the essential nutrients and are designed to cover the requirement of the best performance in every stage of development. Adlet feed supply. Layer and their breeder are specialized birds selected for high egg production because of their high turnover rate. Feed into food. It's a very good concept. Feed into food. It's like a factory. We give the feed and we give the meat or egg. They have a big demand for nutrient. Layer is full production. Convert roughly 1/3 of the consumed nutrient into eggs. There is no danger in wasting feed by supplying feed ad libitum because the hens can adjust their intake to the nutrient density of the feed. It's a very important point. Ad lib in the layer. It's completely different from the breeder. But there is a real danger in restricting bird in feed intake. In under supply of nutrients will harm the birds. They lose production, and once exhausted they easily can run into the health problem. Feed consumption is mainly affected by body weight, performance, house temperature, low temperature increase the maintenance requirement, condition of the feathering, poor feathering condition due to management mistake or malnutrition increase the maintenance requirement of energy, feed texture, coarse texture increase while fine texture decrease feed intake, energy level. The higher the energy level of the feed, the lower the feed intake, and etc. Nutrient imbalance. The hen will try to compensate for any nutrient deficiencies by increasing feed consumption, especially in the latest age of production. Here we find one of the example, a Lohmann Brown Classic wallet layer. Here the age and here the average body weight, the average and age, and here the feed, the grower, starter and grower, till the 8-week starter, and the body weight increase 75 in the first week, 130 in the second, 195 in the third, 273, 366 in the first week, and this is the range, and this is the average of the weight. In 8 weeks 677, in 9 weeks 77, till we reach in 19 week 156, 1567 as a average. Nutrition, this is the specification or the recommendation of the nutrient. Here the diet, and here the starter, grower, developer, pre-layer. Metabolizable energy in starter 2000, recommended 2860, and the grower 2750 to 2800. In the developer from 9 to 17 week, recommended 2700, 2750, and then from 18 to 5% egg production 2700, 2750. And here the crude protein percentage, the crude protein about percentage 90% to 20, 70% to 80, 50% to 50.5, and the pre-layer 70.5 percentage of crude protein. Here the amino acids methionine and digestible methionine cysteine, digestible methionine cysteine. This is the percentage. And tryptophan, digestive tryptophan, threonine, digestive isoleucine, arginine, and total phosphorus, and sodium chloride. Nutrition and egg weight. A certain limit egg weight can be adapted to farm-specific requirements by adjusting rations. The following nutritional factors should be noted: growing, feeding for high body weight, size, increase the egg weight throughout the whole laying period, feed consumption, crude protein and methionine, linoleic acid. And this is a factor affecting the size of the egg, feeding technique, feeding texture, feeding time, feeding level in troughs, control feeding, frequency of feeding. By stimulating feed intake, egg weight can be increased and limited by controlled feeding. In the case of appropriate house construction, there is the possibility to adjust the house temperature in the opposite direction of desired egg weight and feed intake. Here we find the recommended particle size, chick starter and grower and developer. This is the size, C size, basket board, C size interval, part interval. Here's the supplementation of vitamins. Vitamin A, starter and grower, 10,000 international unit, developer 10,000 international unit, vitamin D 2,000 international unit, embryo layer 2,500, vitamin E per milligram 20 to 30, and vitamin K 3 milligram, vitamin K, vitamin B 1, vitamin B2 664, vitamin B6 333, vitamin B12 pantothenic acid, nicotinic acids, 5V, choline, antioxidant, coccidiostat, if required, zinc, iron, copper, iodine, selenium. Any stress condition or disease condition, we need to raise these requirements. Supplements ensure the necessary supply of essential vitamin, trace element, and substance such as antioxidants or carotenoids. Suitable supplementation can compensate for the varying content of raw material and safeguard the supply of all necessary nutrients. Here, the vitamin C is synthesized by poultry. Normally, this vitamin is not considered as essential, but in some circumstances like heat, stress, and cold climate, it may be important, beneficial to add 100-200 mg per kilogram for this vitamin. Here, continuous supply of fine and coarse limestone is recommended as a source of calcium. Layer phase 1, 30% fine limestone, coarse limestone 70%, layer phase 2, 25%, 75% coarse limestone, layer phase 3, 15% fine limestone, 85% coarse limestone, millimeter or 1.5 to 3.5. Crude fiber. Crude fiber, sometimes described as insoluble, may not have nutritional value for poultry, but it does have other benefits for healthy and stable digestive physiology. Used in the second half of the rearing period, it can positively influence the development of the digestive tract, the crop size, and the appetite of poultry. This is beneficial for younger layers, especially at the start of production, when the appetite of the bird is sometimes not sufficient enough to meet their nutrient demand. The tools has been proven to be very beneficial under varying feeding situations in a lot of countries. This is the reason for implementation of minimum recommendation of crude fiber 5 to 6% in the developer feed. Cereal and their byproduct, bran or oil seed byproduct, meal, can be used as a source of growth fiber, growth fiber as well. Other raw materials which are rich in growth fiber may be used if available, but only as long as their inclusion doesn't reduce the energy level of the dye. With the classical corn soya dye, the recommended growth fiber content can hardly be achieved. Nutrition. In rearing, balanced and nutritious diet during rearing stage is essential to enable the chick to develop into mature poulets. Chicks and pullets should be fed a coarse diet for particle size. See the table. With high proportion of very fine component or structure that is too coarse can lead to selective feed intake and balanced nutrient supply. A diet with an extremely fine consistency reduces the feed intake of the bird and can result in lacking supply of central nutrients. If pelletizing of feed